So, fucking with good people make good people go to bat. Conspiracies about Cash Dog, that's not even the leak. Find the jewels like Cash Doll. I just need you to think. We're going to stop right here because from the rest of these lyrics on, and I do mean the rest of these lyrics on, what I'm about to show you guys is going to crack open the code of why Cash Doll was mentioned. Find the jewels like Cash Doll. I just need you to think. Now, when I Googled Cash Doll and Drake, the only thing that came up was an Instagram picture of her on the Summer 16 tour. The funny thing was, Cash Doll herself had tweeted earlier and said she didn't understand why she was even mentioned. But get this. So, Cash Doll, y'all, this is from Cash Doll's Instagram itself. Y'all know this man DM'd me and asked me to open up for him at one of the worst times of my life. Stuck in a bad contract, and I did it. It was the highest paid hip-hop tour of all times, and I was a part of it. Summer 16 tour. I'll always appreciate you. Thank you, Drizzy Champagne Poppy. Now, the biggest thing that you have to think about is the Summer 16 tour. Here's where a lot of you are saying, huh? What? Where? What does the Summer 16 tour have to do with this? The Summer 16 tour, or should I say, the Summer 16 record, is what Kendrick is also referring to. Allow me to introduce you guys, or reintroduce you, to someone that Drake was heavily close to and mentioned, named Mo G.
Mo G was once the most beloved figure in Toronto, from creating what many referred to as the unofficial anthem for the streets of the Six, to working with the likes of Drake at just 18 years old. He was destined for greatness. He had the bars, the charisma, and the connections, but no more than 5 years after entering the scene, he self-destructed. On today's episode of Tales of Toronto, we're going to take a closer look at Mo G's meteoric rise to stardom and analyze what caused the downward spiral of his once promising career. In and out of studios across the city, producing his debut EP. With the help of Drake, who reportedly helped fund the project, Off Boy was released just 10 days into the new year. It featured 3 songs, including the classic, Wiggins, a tribute to the Toronto-bred Golden State Warriors small forward. Also on the EP was a song called Mind Symphony, an anthem dedicated to his fallen friend, Ano.
Come off this fucking earth. When you died, I was sitting on the curb. Couldn't breathe, couldn't feel a nerve. Seeing 80 cruisers swerve, hearing birds chirp. That sound of name and you get murked.
Even with all that's begun to manifest for Mo G, his life and his thoughts all seem to pivot on Ano, and more specifically on Ano's death. Mo G didn't manifest any of this by being prayerful. He never thought Drake would co-sign him or that his best friend would die. All of the variables in Mo G's life and career trajectory were out of his control. We've seen many rappers come before him, just as eccentric and dynamic, but their stars tend to dim and fade out. Perhaps what sets Mo G apart is all his grief, all his heart. A little over 2 weeks after releasing his debut EP, Mo G would receive yet another shout out from the boy, but this time he was direct.
Breezy with the dance moves, Mo G with the dance moves, Ad Boy with the dance moves, Jimi Hendrix.
January 30th, 2016, Drake would name drop Mo G on Summer 16, a single that was reported to be on his upcoming album, Views. The name drop was huge, mainly because the record debuted at number 6 on the US Billboard Hot 100, selling 215,000 downloads in its first week. These sales became the highest debut sales of Drake's career. For Mo G at this point, Drake wasn't some elusive figure of Toronto, or the Sixth God, as some would refer to him as. Instead, he referred to Drake as a big brother. 2 months after the release of Summer 16, Mo G would talk in depth with MTV about Drake's impact on not just his career, but Toronto's music scene as a whole.
Gangsta, you feel me? That nigga Drake, that's my guy, you know what I'm saying? That's my nigga.
right there. That's my brother, you know what I'm saying? That's my big brother, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Drake, you know what I'm saying, the city wouldn't be the same. Toronto wouldn't even have attention like that, you know what I'm saying? He put on for Canada. He gave niggas that USA passport. It's not easy, I mean, as a Canadian rapper, to be out there in America, you know, it's a big field, you know what I'm saying? It's not really easy, it's tough. He did it, he's the biggest rapper in the game right now, the best rapper in the game right now. Much respect, you know what I'm saying? He's a legend. That's my guy, you know what I'm saying?
At this point, it would be safe to assume Drake and Mo G had developed a solid brotherhood, but as improbable as it may seem, not even 2 weeks after the release of this interview, that brotherhood would come to an end.
Have you ever heard in the history of hip-hop a man that gives away his creativity and helps make Billboard hits but doesn't get paid $1 for it, one credit for it, and he's stuck in the hood? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense, but exposing these will make sense.
Now, doesn't this sound familiar? Is Drake not paying someone for giving him some sauce in the studio? Doesn't this sound quite familiar? Well, it's going to get a lot more familiar.
Song. Oliver's a snake ass, double-headed snake ass, psychotic looking mo. Always stirring the pot, telling me Rihanna wanted me at the music video shoot with Drake, didn't want me to come.
Now, I mentioned to you guys who Oliver was earlier. Now, allow me to quickly show you who Oliver is, because that's going to play a very key part in what we are looking at right now. So, Oliver is the actual manager of Drake and the actual founder of OVO. That is a key information piece. Drake's manager, Oliver. Okay? Pay close attention to who this guy is. And like I said, this is why this has to be a 2 or 3-parter. Because we don't have time necessarily, with the Drake drop now, to necessarily go through these people. But I want you to get familiar with the surroundings of them. Because like I said, we could be here about 4 or 5 hours breaking down just who Drake's camp actually is. And we will be. Mark my words. But back to Mo G.
All Drake's friends hate you, Drake doesn't like you. You always stirring the pot, you. Oliver is a shady ass white boy, culture vulture ass, snake ass, nerd, a dweeb, everything. Begs me to wear his clothes and advertise. That's why I used to wear his clothes. I thought we was family with OVO, but he never paid me $1 after they stole my ways. They're trying to hide me from the world and hide me from the. This Oliver told me the whole OVO team thinks I deserve a compensation for everything Drake took from me. And all the Manchester offered me is $500. $500? Can't even pay mama's rent. What are you smoking drugs, brother? You look like you're on fiend.
In a series of since deleted videos posted on Mo G's Instagram account, he would call out Drake and his manager Oliver over unpaid contributions to Drake's upcoming album, Views. He would later add more fuel to the fire by airing out what many have heard in the past: Drake uses ghostwriters, but according to Mo G, penning hits is one thing, and being compensated for his work is another. In one of many posts, Mo G shows a screenshot of a DM conversation between him and Drake, where Drake asks him for a voice recording to use on Views. Underneath it was captioned, "This is a title of a song on Views. After I did this shit, Oliver put me in the studio, and he said they need new hooks, new flows, and bars and shit. I didn't want to be on these album cause I'm not a slave, only slave of Allah, not the fake-ass sixth god. It only gets deeper. Stop playing with me, little Forest Hill creature."
Now, isn't that something? And then look who's in the very next still. Quentin fucking Miller.
These accusations are almost identical to the Quentin Miller situation, who was not only outed as Drake's ghostwriter, but had multiple reference tracks leaked. The ordeal sent shockwaves throughout the music industry, and even though he ended the rant off by saying he would have kept quiet if he was properly compensated, Mo.G outing Drake and his team in such a manner was the wrong move for so many reasons. Not only was he burning bridges for himself and others, but he became enemy number one to the wrong person. You see, leading up to this altercation, Drake was already in hot water after being involved in a string of violent incidents. It started in 2014 when two groupies on Instagram accused Drake of threatening them. One of the women stated Drake sent thugs from his entourage to her apartment and they threatened her for speaking out about having sex with him, while the other woman filed a police report stating Drake had threatened her for posting pictures of designer bags that he purchased for her. A few months after that, rapper and songwriter Quentin Miller was outed as Drake's ghostwriter, which turned into a bitter public dispute with Meek Mill, who called out Drake publicly on Twitter. According to Quentin Miller, Meek caught him at a Nike store in Beverly Hills shortly after the Twitter dispute and wanted confirmation about the ghostwriting allegations. When Meek didn't get the answers he wanted, he went on the attack. Later that same year, Detail, a prominent music producer, was offered the elusive gig as Drake's executive producer. Known for creating hits like How to Love by Lil Wayne and Beyoncé's Drunken Love, which earned him his first Grammy, it's easy to see why you would want this guy on your team, but in order to work with a more diverse clientele, Detail declined the offer. Drake didn't handle the rejection well. According to TMZ, who first uncovered the incident, Drake allegedly invited Detail to a meeting at his home in Cali to work on a new project after their monster collab on Nothing Was the Same. When Detail showed up at around 2 in the morning, he says it was the rapper's right-hand man, Chubbs, who greeted him instead. Chubbs ambushed Detail, and during the alleged beatdown, which Detail insisted was set up by Drake, Chubbs supposedly yelled, "I will beat all your asses, including your bitches. I don't give a f***. I will hit you again. Do you think Drake is soft? Do you think Drake's a punk?" Detail received a broken jaw and multiple other injuries that required surgery following the run-in. He says he was so badly hurt he couldn't work for a year. He asked Drake repeatedly, and in vain, to cover his medical expenses. When Drake refused, the beaten producers sued 2 years after the incident, but the lawsuit was thrown out when Detail was arrested by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department and charged with 5 women and assaulting another. He is currently being held on bail of $6.3 million. Drake and the OVO goons weren't to be played with, but apparently Mo.G didn't get the memo, because not even a week after his initial posts went viral, he continued berating the rapper and his team on Instagram. This time he took it a step further, by leaking an unreleased song.
Just to let the world know, I never got paid no 12 grand. For the record, I'm not signed to OVO, and all my real fans have been rocking with me from day one. Check the history. I always delete all my posts, and I deleted it because I got bigger info coming to you right now. As we
too much talking these days. These days, I've been out walking.
yeah, this one's easy.
I don't do that much talking.
With the entire situation unraveling on social media for the world to see, Drake would reply to Mo.G with just a single Instagram post, simply captioned, "The bright lights are supposed to inspire you, not fry your brain." This would be the only time Drake would acknowledge Mo.G. Well, publicly that is.
After calling out Drake last week, Mo.G posted a picture suggesting he was the target of a violent assault at the hands of OVO.
April 1st, 2016, a graphic photo of Mo.G's swollen and bloodied face would be uploaded to his Instagram. It was captioned, "When you speak from your heart, this is what happens, #dirty society, #dirty industry." The post went viral instantly, with numerous media outlets covering the situation, and with it being uploaded on April Fool's Day, many assumed it was a prank, but it wasn't, this was real. Across the border, the incident basically turned into a meme, with many influencers taking the opportunity to clown the bloodied rapper. Rapper turned podcaster Joe Budden was one of them. He tweeted, "I love that Mo.G with the dance moves line a lot more. Before I actually saw Mo.G, I ain't wanna move like Mo.G after that." As this was happening, people were speculating the OVO Defense League were directly involved in the brazen assault. Now, that may seem obvious to most, but within the streets of the Screwface capital, there were whispers suggesting Halal Gang orchestrated the attack. There are several points backing this claim. First, Mo G never directly accused Drake or OVO of jumping him. Second, a week before he was jumped, Mo G unfollowed all Halal Gang members and associates on Instagram, and they reciprocated the energy. Moments later, Dawg posted a photo of Halal Gang linked up with OVO, but cropped out of the picture was Mo G. It was captioned, "Ain't shit changed, but the weather, de real no, #HGang." To further add fuel to the fire, Dawg tweeted then deleted the following. "Nick need to stop begging for attention now. It's getting ridiculous, #shaking my head." After receiving backlash for the tweet, with some going as far as saying he was turning his back on his friend, Dawg would attempt to clear the air by tweeting, "LOL, Mo G my we ain't beefing. Laughing emoji, stupid people." He followed this up by calling academics a slur after he posted a few videos covering the altercation. Now, this could have all been one big coincidence. Regardless, Mo G still wasn't fazed. The day after revealing he had been jumped, Mo G would capitalize on the mass attention it garnered by dropping the music video for his hit song, Wiggins.
Do whatever you feel, do whatever you want. I'll be
The M-Works powered visuals had everyone talking, but the first thing people noticed was Mo G's face. It was unharmed, suggesting the video was initially recorded before his violent encounter with the OVO defense squad. Regardless, he was intent with the timing of its release, because towards the end of the video, it cuts to him laying down several pieces of OVO apparel on the mud beneath him. He then douses the gear in gasoline and sets it aflame, marking the end of his affiliations with Drake and OVO. Per usual, Drake refused to acknowledge the spectacle and would go on to release his record-breaking album, Views, on April 29th. But something was off. A song was missing. Summer 16, the song Mo G was name-dropped on, was pulled from the album last minute. An exact reason was never revealed, but I think we all can figure out why. The ordeal sparked a new dialogue surrounding Drake and his rise to stardom. Is he a culture vulture like Mo G claims he is? First off, Drake's influence and impact on the city of Toronto cannot be overlooked. Throughout his career, he has acknowledged the different nuances of the city that raised him and the various people who identify within different regions of the city. For example, the Jamaican and Somali culture in Toronto is strong, and Drake has managed to incorporate it into his widely accepted music.
Know some Somalis that say we got it, wallahi. Arabic ting told me that I look like Yusuf, look like Hamza. Habibti please, ana akid, inte wana akhla. Try if you rush me off, try if you brush me off, I see.
On the other hand, many have made note on the timing of some of Drake's most successful songs and collaborations. From grime to Afrobeats to dancehall to drill, Drizzy has notoriously dabbled in multiple genres of music, but he only seems to incorporate elements of these genres when they are at the peak of their popularity. As the culture vulture narrative started gaining traction, Hawa Meyer, a scholar who studies Somali diaspora, claims that some Toronto artists' efforts to popularize traditional terms are a riff off of the orality and metaphoric ways of being and speaking. As for Drake specifically, Meyer states, Drake's cultural capital right now is coming from Somali kids, and he doesn't adequately compensate them for it. Thus, his authenticity comes into question. 2016 was a year full of ups and downs for Mo G, but despite everything, he would end the life-changing year off with one more classic.
So, I had to mute this part, of course, because of the music, but we're about to now get into a very key part also. So, we've already broke down what the Summer 16 reference is with Kash Doll, but there's also another key thing in here that Drake had something to do with, that has something to do with this young gentleman.
Many of those he once called family against him. He also references the term moon hafakins, an Arabic word whose literal meaning is hypocrite. In the context of the song, however, the term is being used to refer to backstabbers or sellouts. In a play of words, he is most likely aiming the diss towards his former crew, reminding them of the Akira and warning others about the moon hafakins. The progression of Moji's career would begin to decline after the release of Akira Mode, but what really put the nail in the coffin was when his sister unexpectedly passed away at the beginning of the new year. It was widely speculated she unalived herself, but this was never confirmed. Understandably, this took a toll on Moji. He would delete all of his past projects and remain inactive on all socials for nearly 2 years after her death. Fans soon began theorizing he had not only officially called it quits on the rap game, but severed ties with his Regent Park brothers. That narrative, however, was quickly shut down after pictures of them linked up in the UK for Drake's Boy Meets World tour surfaced around spring.
Now, I'm pausing it here because I want you to remember that key person on the bottom, Smoke Dawg. Remember, Moji has just, and I mean just, he's burned OVO shit, he's dissed Drake publicly, done all this shit, right? But he's on tour, on Drake's tour with his buddy Smoke Dawg. The reason why he's on the tour is because of Smoke Dawg. Reason why Smoke Dawg is there, let me show y'all something real quick. Because they're not going to necessarily get into that part. But let me show y'all who Smoke Dawg is to Drizzy. See, the funny thing is, when you Google Moji's death, which Moji isn't dead, you get Smoke Dawg. But I want you to see something here. In reference to Mr. Smoke Dawg. Look who's on stage with. So it wasn't like Drake just had him there. Drake didn't just have him there. This was about to be one of Drake's artists. As you can see here. He was pretty much OVOXO. See the October's very own hoodie? There he is with Oliver. Now, let us continue with what happens to Smoke Dawg, if you don't already know.
2017. Then on December 9th, in collaboration with Puffy L's, Moji would make his return to the rap scene with the hit Black Rabba.
And when we pull up in the city, they like, whoa. Moji's back, dropped a new track, they like, whoa.
Here's the near 2-year hiatus did wonders for Moji as he began taking the necessary steps to repair the bridges he once burned. But unlike Halal Gang, some people weren't as quick to forgive.
In this industry, I'll tell you, none of these people, none of you guys, any of you guys in this industry, none of you guys tell the truth. That's the truth about the industry. Bottom line, I want to hear that, like I'm banned from the building.
Like, if they just said we can't have you back, yeah, I'm not really, that's all I know.
So even if I'm paying you for sessions...
Passed on to me, they just said you came down, like you just said you were just like kind of harassing people that were telling, demanding that you record you, and I said, yeah, you can't have them back. I said, okay.
I was harassing people.
What's that?
I said I was harassing people. Is that what you said?
Something like that. That's what he said. Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure.
On May 16th, 2018, a near 7-minute video of a recorded phone call between a local studio owner and Moji would be posted to his Instagram. Underneath it was captioned, Dear fans, I've been blackballed for the past 2 years now. I'm banned from 99.9% of studios in Toronto. I'm banned from all clubs. I'm banned from doing shows. And I'm banned from doing appearances. When I get lucky and find a studio, engineers salt up my whole thing. They turn my headphones up on full blast on some hater shit.
Now, isn't that something? So, of course, the beef with Drake is nowhere near done at this point. And we just seen him on tour with Drake. Well, not on tour with Drake, but we seen him on tour with Smoke Dawg.
My word, they move like Joe Budden. They don't mix and master my music. They refuse to do it. All type of hate I get. Toronto is a city full of D-writers and haters, my word, on everything I love. And they wonder why I stopped rapping for 2 years. No opportunity, it's simple, by Instagram. It doesn't look like Mo G kept his word about quitting, because within the same week this call was posted, he would drop 3 songs. With the timing of the new music, the Blackballed accusations looked like a promo stunt, and Toronto's underground scene didn't hesitate to share their displeasure. From bloggers to rappers to fans, Mo G was bombarded with hate. The once adored rapper was now being exiled by the same community that initially embraced him with open arms, but all of this was quickly forgotten when just a month later, tragedy strikes.
Sirens blaring, an ambulance rushes through this crowded strip at the same time that a woman is pleading for one. She has just seen a body on the ground, the scene too graphic to show, but it was what so many people on Queen West saw with their own eyes yesterday after a triple shooting that killed 2. The horrific video has been making the rounds on social media, friends identifying the man as Javante Smart, better known as Smoke Dawg, an up-and-coming hip-hop artist, remembered as a bright young man with a beautiful personality.
Smoke Dawg's unexpected death left an everlasting impact on the city's rap scene. New alliances, and especially rivalries, were formed, but for Mo G it was deeper than rap. In a series of since deleted Instagram posts and stories, he would pour his heart out for his fallen friend, telling Smokey he loved him and promising he would never perform their hit song again. But Mo G, being the unpredictable man that he is, would be back to his 2016 ways not even a week after the passing of his friend, making erratic posts on Instagram, even dissing Drake once again.
What the fuck is this nigga talking about? A nigga like me, I don't own Apple Music, I don't own Tidal, I don't own Spotify, I don't own none of that shit. Nigga like me from the hood, I don't got none of them platforms on my phone. But I just heard somebody in the spot playing Drake's album. I heard the nigga say, all pop mollies, my mollies pop niggas.
I am a cream of the crop nigga. You niggas pop mollies. My mollies pop niggas.
What mollies you talking about, bro? Where these mollies at that free popping niggas? I don't know what the hell this nigga be talking about his molly pops nigga. I never seen Drake with no mollies. I think I'm the only molly I seen him with before. That's the whole crazy thing about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate him. I don't like him. I don't love him. But he wants to see us all against each other. His dream is to see us all get dusted. Youths from his end to get dusted. Because he wants to eliminate us. And he wants us to eliminate each other and put us all against each other. Instead of uplifting us and bringing us all together, he likes us to go against one another. So he can eliminate us and get rid of the competition. So he can keep himself a big throne, a delusional throne. So he can win. So he can be the king on the stone. And guess what? I'ma always speak the truth regardless. And other artists that are as big as him, like Kanye West, Jay-Z, etc., legends that are bigger than have been doing it forever, show us more love than him. That's the whole crazy thing about it. So, I'm rocking with Kanye on this one.
So, isn't that something? Isn't that something? And in regard to Smoke Dawg, so in closing of Mo G, of course, I just want to say the fact that Drake took it upon himself to take Mo G's sauce and not give him any credit for it. And then, of course, the Molly reference there's a confirmed that he doesn't really have any bodies around him. It's clear to me that the culture vulture reference does have some type of merit to it now. Because that's something that's been going on for almost a decade now, with the talk that Drake possibly has been stealing sauce from Toronto culture. Not necessarily Toronto culture, but the inner city culture that he didn't necessarily grow up around. These are people that he befriended when he got famous and decided to use the inspiration of the city. That's kind of what it could be viewed as. Drake could view it as, if I'm playing devil's advocate, Drake could have viewed it as, okay, I'm just taking inspiration from the city and using it as my own. They view it as them stealing. Now, in reference to Smoke Dawg, the weirdest thing about the Smoke Dawg situation, again, this is supposed to be Drake's boy, right? Smoke Dawg. His new signee, his new artist. Do you remember that top 5 guy I showed you? Let me just refresh your memory on who top 5 is.
What's his label called?
I don't know.
All day
Let me refresh everyone's memory right now.
Smelly smells like
who
shit.
top 5?
Oh man,
the demon from Toronto is.
Buddy, academics, we love you out here. Let me tell you about something. But you're always gassing up the horse.
The horse? No, come on. I don't got no. Yo, top 5. What's going on, brother? Which horse?
brother, why do you think I'm out here? Brother, if you look,
you gotta put me in what the real Toronto is, bro. Yo,
okay,
because I'm looking online and all of a sudden I see Chromita. She got a song. She dissing Meg. She moving around. She looking.
Yeah, she's blessed. Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
she's good, but Megan doesn't even fucking know her.
Oh,
you think Megan Thee Stallion knows Chromita? Megan Thee Stallion doesn't even fucking know me. I'm just being real. I'm just being fucking real.
Meg might want to crow Messi.
Meg wants to fuck me.
Oh shit! So wait, hold on.
I like Megan Thee Stallion.
All right, so you say I'm looking at the wrong artist in Toronto then?
You want to know who to look in Toronto?
Talk to me, brother.
Flipper.
But
that was my big dog. They just arrested him for 2 bodies.
What?
You hear this guy?
They freed up his little bro.
You hear this guy? Basically just talking about crimes on live like it's nothing. Now, the only way a person would be doing something like this would be if they feel like they have some type of power or some type of backing. Wouldn't it be?
It's part of GGG. He just beat a body.
Wait, what's GGG?
Go get him, gang.
Go get him, gang. All right. So y'all are the top shotters when it comes to Toronto.
Let me tell you what happened in Toronto. Boogs, you know Boogs, right?
Yeah.
He got a leg us.
Oh,
crying.
Whoa.
Crying.
No, whoa.
There's a next rapper named Snoopy. You could go on YouTube. I took his chain in the mall.
You took his chain?
And I told him I'm going to take it in 14 days on live. And I got it on the 9th day.
Oh, man, on the 9th day of Christmas. Jesus.
There's an artist named, what artist that got shot?
Yo, you terrorizing the city.
I'm a fucking demon. Talking about. I hang with demons. Flipper just got caught with 2 bodies. He's going to beat it, innocent. My homie just beat a body, Century, GGG.
Y'all got some good lawyers.
We all just beat bodies.
Oh,
They don't have evidence on us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no witnesses, right? Of course.
You heard that. We all beating bodies even with the evidence on us. How is that happening?
Yo, okay. I was informed the police is watching this. So, I don't know what the fuck happened to those guys. They got really injured.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is going to go viral, so just watch what you say. I don't want to Vlad. I don't want to set you up like Vlad.
Drake?
I love Vlad.
Drake? That's Big Dog.
Oh, Drake, Big Dog.
Big Dog. That's Big Dog. See, if somebody that doesn't like Drake comes to the city, we're taking care of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
we're
wait.
picking up.
Drake has shouted you out before. That's how some people knew you.
That's Big Bro.
So he saw
every night text message.
He saw you moving in the city and he saw you working and he gave you a shout out.
No, just that I knew him before the rap shit. Like I used to see him here and there. You know what I mean? And then now it's a love right now. It's like I'm a shooter basically.
Yeah. So you the
I'm Drake
streets.
shooter.
You're the streets.
Yeah, I'm Drake shooter.
Oh shit.
Said it loud and
I'm not lying
proud.
to you. Anybody disrespect Drake, I'm shooting you.
Damn. Okay.
Said it loud and proudly.
Shit.
We're demons. You like that, eh?
Everybody got
We're
it.
demons.
So the G.
So remember when I told you guys that whole "to your demon get chipped by a throwaway" line was in reference to the group Top 5 runs with, not fucking Future. For some of y'all that thought it was in reference to Future and the girl. None of this shit was about Future and the girl. Why would Kendrick even mention something about Future if he's dissing Drake? Kendrick's whole entire angle at Drake has been about dismantling his inner circle. So that line was never to mention Future or the girlfriend at all. That line was specifically at the demons in Top 5. Now, why did I play Top 5? Again, to remind you guys, is because look at this live here that Top 5 does, where he's seen laughing after the death of Smoke Dawg.
The brains on the floor. You guys are not ready, my nigga. Yo, YG, let's go live. You guys said, yo, it's like 8,000-9,000 views. It's viral. They're itching for that brain trying to snap. Yo, 35.
I got the best Wi-Fi though.
Huh? Yo, bro.
Wi-Fi.
Yo.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Yo, tell 6 tag me, Carl. I'm about to post this picture right now.
Oh, he's 30. Okay.
Really lost pictures.
It's blessed between you and him. Listen.
No, not blessing me and him, Carl. You didn't even tag me in the caption. He's only put a year name.
I'm gonna be on him right now. I'm gonna be on him right now.
How thing is that?
Yo, my nigga, I'm trying to tell these guys
right now.
Yo,
I'm about to post his face right now on my page. They're gonna be on his ass.
Don't do that.
I won't even care about him after I post his face.
Yo, I'm gonna make him at you. Don't worry, bro. But yo,
my Wi-Fi's dead, so I'm gonna holler at you when I get inside.
But yo, big man, I'm trying to tell people I've seen the brains in person. I don't know, like you seen it on Snap. You're in jail. You know what I mean?
I seen the brains in person. He's referring to the shooting footage, of course, of 21 Neat shooting Smoke Dawg. Top 5 was there.
Oh shit!
I seen that shit in person.
I seen it on Snapchat. I seen the shit on Snapchat, Cody.
Yo, my nigga.
You seen it live on direct?
I seen it live. Me and Larry Bird. You seen that shit live.
Yeah, legend.
Yo, my nigga, ring me when you're inside, man. We're viral.
Hey, viral guy. That's it, right?
Yo, my nigga. Yo, everybody go follow 35, my nigga. We're at 3,500 views now. Shout out 35.
So there's Top 5 and his guy pretty much laughing about Smoke Dawg getting killed. And Top 5 was pretty much right there when Smoke Dawg got killed. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if even my homie is seen laughing at someone that I love dearly at their death, wouldn't you say something about that to them? You wouldn't continue doing business with them, right? Of course, Drake would continue to do business with Top 5. Needless to say. Now, that we have gotten that out of the way, we can now move forward with the rest of the lyrics, because now they will start to make a lot more sense to you.